Welcome into the CHGO Bears Podcast. It is a Cole Kmet Tuesday here at CHGO. Adam Hoge, Mark Carman, Greg Braggs Jr., and Cole in studio with us again.
Let's go, man. We're back.
I'd just like to point this out. You know, the two times you've done this in studio were after wins.
Yep.
Here we go.
These are pre-scheduled. It's not like you're coming in just because you won.
No, right.
Pre-scheduled. So, yeah, I'm just saying, if you commit to coming in here, I think every week the rest of the season, the Bears go undefeated.
Honestly, we should pre-schedule again for this next Tuesday, and if it's we're just gonna keep going.
You just gotta keep going,
and it just is what it is. I mean, it is what it is.
I appreciate you making up for last week. You promised me only plays that worked.
Yeah.
You did it.
We thought about you. You know, I told Luke. I said, Luke, someone told me only to run plays that work, and he said, duly noted. Let's do that.
That makes a lot of sense.
I hope he was like, I hope he has to follow up. Who was it? And then you're like, Greg Braggs. He's like, oh, I can't fuck with that guy.
Yeah. Think of this.
He's like, I freaking hate that guy.
Let's roll back into training camp. And when did you know that, God forbid, if Justin doesn't play a game, that, if this 17 guy comes in there, we're going to have a decent chance to still win a game?
Yeah, well, I think he saw it. I think from the moment in OTAs he came in, how he handled himself throughout all that. In camp, he was great. I had a couple stuff where I had to do one-on-ones with him, and you could tell he knew what he was doing. And you can just see from his delivery, footwork, all that stuff, that he's got a lot of confidence in how he handled himself in the huddle as well. So, we knew if he had to step in that he'd be able to kind of run the show, and he did a great job this past Sunday, kind of managing the game really well, not taking negative plays, staying ahead of the chains, and definitely put us in a good position to win that football game.
Braggs is chomping at the bit. Look at him.
Yeah, I mean, to me,
him.
Everybody talks about his quick release,
yeah.
but I like how he stays on his toes and he bounces. When he's going through his progressions, there's like a bounce to his step, and I really enjoy that about him.
Yeah, I think you can tell. There was a third down play to Tyler Scott that Tyler was running a basic over the middle, but he goes 1-2 to Mooney, and then you can see him flip back and right on time to Tyler. So that was a really cool play to see, and obviously in a third down situation when you keep the chains rolling, a big deal there. So, those are stuff that he's shown, though, throughout practice, so not surprised to see that at all.
Coach Hoge loved that play. Didn't you, Coach
Coach?
Hoge?
The 3rd and 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. Good play.
Just the anticipation, getting off his first read. Mm-hmm. It wasn't really a muddy pocket, but it was like a small pocket. It was like a tight
it kept
pocket.
Condensing down. Yeah, but he stuck in it, stayed to the timing, and then just ripped the basic. It was really cool.
By the way, Greg, JT O'Sullivan did not like the bouncy feet.
Well, I don't care. I'm the expert here.
Wait a minute. Do you know who that is?
JT O'Sullivan. Is he one of the guy that does? Yeah,
he's got a thing with you.
Yeah.
Do
you know about this or not? I don't know.
No, he's hard on me.
Oh yeah.
He calls you an eligible tackle.
The first few weeks,
I like to block.
On you. And then he gave you some credit, but
I was gonna say the last couple of weeks he's come around, and I didn't get through his tire video. He breaks these things. He goes through the whole. This is like 90 minutes. Last night I'm staying up trying to watch this because it's helpful. I mean, he knows way more about football than I do.
I know there's another. There's a lot of guys that do this.
Chase is doing it too.
Chase Daniel. Yeah, I know Chase does it. I forget who's the other guy that.
Tim Jenkins.
Tim Jenkins. We've had him on the show too.
Tim's got good energy.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we released your when we made the announcement you're coming here, JT O'Sullivan put some quote tweet out there, and he's barking up the wrong tree with me because he's a former Packer. He's talking.
He does admit it's a bit.
Crap.
He does admit it's a bit.
So you better watch.
Well, yeah, you gotta get clicks. Gotta get clicks.
He calls Robert Tonyan Kyle Orton because he wears the same number.
Oh wow!
He just comes up with nicknames for people.
Yeah, I got
don't know.
I got you.
I might have a nickname for him soon.
I was slightly worried that you weren't 100% yet. So when I did my over bets, I had Mooney, I had Scott, and I had Tonyan. 6.5 yards. And it would have been a nice parlay for good old Carm over here. But he doesn't. What's up? Can we get the ball to the tight end? 17.
Hey, look. Well, honestly, if you were to ask me before the game,
Yeah.
Like how many yards? I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have over 100 yards this game. But then like things pan out and, they do things that you're not really expecting. And then obviously you're running the ball the way we're running the ball. And, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with that. If that's how the game's going to look, I'm totally okay with that.
I always thought the young quarterback, leans on his tight ends. I thought that was the thing, right? That's why I believed in Carm's over that of.
Yeah, well, we got to get Tyson start throwing to the tight ends this next week.
We got to remind him that he's
Yeah. No, it'll be good. I don't concern myself with that. I think it is what it is. Everyone wants the ball and I want the ball as well, but look, if the game can look like that, how it did on Sunday, I'll take that every day of the week.
Well, and also
we do have a super chat about this actually.
Okay, the Bears Bastard, what a great name, right?
My guy.
$9.99. He's in here every day. For Cole, I know you weren't involved in the pass game as much as you have been the last week, but watching you dominate in the blocking game was awesome. Love watching you do your thing, man. Bear down.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of what I bring to the table, is just being able to do both. And that game, we could tell early that really wasn't the defense that we saw on tape in weeks prior. They tend to play with a lot of energy, but regardless if it was the flight or whatever it was, their schedule that they had going into the week, you could tell that they were getting tired down. Usually after that first down we'd get and another, if we hit them with another run, you could start to tell that they were getting really tired and just turned into a slugfest up front, and we were dominating the line of scrimmage. So people,
myself, everybody, Bears fans, they loved the Foreman touchdown. Your blocking on the play, and then the excitement getting in the end zone.
The
passing play where you had the key block there at the end.
Yeah. No, I mean that was a great, again, really good by Tyson. I'm the primary read there, and I kind of got doubled between the two guys, and no one really guarding Dante in the flat, and saw the ball come out, turn around, got a block, and Dante, all he had to do was beat one guy, and he was able to do it. So that was cool, and obviously pumped me up a lot to see Dante do his thing and all that stuff. But yeah, I love it when it turns into a physical game like that. I just think that kind of feeds into who we are as a group, and I think that's the identity that I would like our offense to kind of take more hold of. And look, if you can rush, what do we rush for, over 170 or whatever? I'll
double check.
You can rush for that amount in a game and take care of the ball the way we did. Like I'll take that every Sunday, every day of the week.
Well, I was talking about this on the post-game show right away. Like that was a football game. Like
yeah.
If that makes like that was like you guys were playing some hard-nosed football and just kind of just grinding away.
Yeah, I think it was just super complimentary. I don't think we had any turnovers offensively, and they did their thing defensively, stopping them on third downs, getting turnovers. We were putting points up when we got the ball. Kicking game was good. Kyra had an awesome long field goal there. So yeah, I think just all three phases, everyone played really well, and it was really cool to see just the complimentary football aspect of everything go. And obviously Tyson just did a great job of managing, taking care of the football, and just to kind of taking what the defense gave him.
173 was the total on the rushing.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
good.
In
the NFL, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
How many yards? Over 5 a carry, probably?
4.6, but that...
that's pretty good. Well, at the end there
that includes
10 guys in the box. And
and that also includes 4 negative yards for Peterman taking, the kneel downs. So, I mean, really, that's 177. So you're at 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good in the NFL.
There's one play I want to ask you about. You might not even know the answer to it. So you guys ran the tush push.
Yeah.
I think one time in that game, right? Or was at least a quarterback sneak.
Where Max jumped over.
Yeah. So did Tyson see that coming and
I don't know.
Go the B gap?
I don't know. That was crazy. I watched it on film. I couldn't believe he felt that to the void. I always think the jumping's you really have to time that up right because your feet are not in the air. So you really have once you leave the air, you really got to make sure you get the guy's legs and swipe them underneath because at the end of the day, if like Tyson, he can stay on his feet and find a way, and he did a good job. That was a pretty cool play.
Because he went all the way over to the right of Tevin Jenkins in the B gap. And, there's been a lot of talk about this play and, whether or not it should be legal and all the stuff. And, I've heard of some people say, and I kind of agree with it, all it's going to take for the NFL to ban it is one big defensive player, spearing the quarterback in the head or something like that. And then they were it's not safe. And it seemed like Max Crosby was I'm just going to dive at the top here.
Yeah.
And somehow Bagent went.
Yeah.
And if he did that instinctually, I was incredibly impressed by that.
That was cool. I don't know if I don't know. I mean, that was pretty cool to see though. I think
Fred Warner did it last night.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, on the one they stopped the Vikings.
Yeah. I think Yeah, I think with that play, I think like to stop that stuff offensively, like switching up cadences might help with that because they're definitely timing it up in a certain way. But I think you know how I feel on the play. I think it should be allowed. I do think the Eagles still run it better than anybody.
Sure, yeah.
And there's just an aspect to it like it's very hard to stop. But I still don't see a lot of teams really running it that well. Where I would think. You absolutely have to get rid of the play.
See, I'm surprised that you're for it, being you're
I'm an offensive guy.
But you're a Notre Dame guy, and the push is a touchy subject for us Irish fans.
Yeah,
and that's the one aspect I don't like about it.
I just don't bring that up.
Right,
you keep bringing it up.
I mean, it's the truth. I'll never forgive USC for getting away with that. Notre Dame should have been in the national championship that year. Tom Zibikowski, come on, baby. But the thing I don't like about, all right, so if you get a catch, you make a catch 18 yards downfield, and then all you guys start shoving your way, to get more yards or towards the end zone, great. Yeah. But behind the line of scrimmage, I don't like that people can push the quarterback. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. Why does it matter? You're trying to move the football closer to the end zone. That's the point.
The bush push. Don't like it.
I'm for it. I think it's cool. I think keep it in. Promotes offense, promotes points. Yeah, I'm all for it. Definitely all for it.
What about the Deontay hurdle? The dude
doesn't.
Well, a couple right. He doesn't get on the field because you guys got a stacked running back room. He's waiting for his chance. He gets out there and it's like, okay, I'm showing you everything I possibly have. I thought it was really cool in the post game too, by the way, and the whole thing that him getting the game ball, it looked like it really mattered to him.
Yeah, he played great. Played his ass off and was cool to with the running backs going down, him to kind of seize that opportunity and did some really good things in the pass game and obviously in the run game as well. So it was running hard. I think he missed one of the hurdles.
Yeah, he did.
The other one he got was pretty sweet. So that was awesome.
Yeah, he was talking about that he fell and whatnot. But
you gotta be careful with those hurdles.
It's a bold play.
Yeah, to get a couple extra yards, like is it? You're gonna have to wait.
As soon as you leave your feet,
you have no control over anything.
Right.
They're just trying to spear you.
Right. I get that it's certainly not what you would coach, but it also speaks to okay, you are trying to show everybody.
Yeah, you're going. Yeah, for sure.
You're also exposing a part of your body you don't really want to expose.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Those are important things. Yes.
Yep.
Good point, Hoge.
Just every time a player does that, I'm like, why?
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know if the risk reward's really there with it all the time, but
okay, I got
it.
It
looks
definitely
cool
looks cool.
It works,
yeah, it looks cool. It does look cool. Yeah, when you clear a guy, it looks sweet.
I mean, I'm here to be entertained. Give me. Let's get a good leap here.
It is the entertainment business.
Yes,
we are here for that.
All right, go ahead.
Well, I do want to. Really, the only negative plays you guys had in this game were the penalties, which I'm sure the coaches are like, all right, still too many penalties. You got to work on that. How does that work in your film rooms?
Yeah.
When they you had the holding call on Spillane. By the way, that was St. Viator Fenwick crime there because he went to Fenwick. How does that just go about when they bring those up?
Yeah, I mean, some of those, for me, that one's tough because there's really no direct lane where the running back's supposed to go for us. He can kind of choose to go out or keep it up the hash on the inside.
When he bounces out, it kind of exposes you to.
Yeah, so for me there, I just got to stay square, and then once I feel him vacate, I just got to let go, which is a hard thing to do because you're like, I don't want my guy to make the tackle, but you got to be able to let go in those situations. So yeah, those things obviously you just got to be more disciplined about. Some of them there I had a false start. I think they called me for 2. The first one, I think the line was getting the call, they were making a call or whatever. Tyson hit the snap count. I was jumping the snap count, so we were just a little off there. And then I thought the second one was a little BS, but they called the false start. So
did you guys move around the cadences more this week? Hoge loves cadences.
I wouldn't say we moved it around, but in the run game, you got it. I think Tyson, I don't know if it was Tyson or Luke telling him what cadence to use, but we mixed it up between 3 of them, and either it's really quick, you're getting up, get set, and boom, ball snapped, and it doesn't allow the defense to get set. You're kind of on them before they're ready to go. We went on 2 a couple times just to slow them down. But when you're able to do that, and they're not able to get off the rock as quick, and we're able to get on our blocks faster, you can kind of see what it does in the run game. It helps us out a lot.
Well, I was wondering about that with the pre-snap penalties, just rookie quarterback. Did it seem like you guys were able to kind of pick up where you left off with Justin? Because I mean, every quarterback is different.
Yeah,
even their voice inflections.
Like
you gotta get used to that stuff.
Yeah, I think I struggled a little bit actually in the Minnesota game when we flipped over, just because the rhythm of the cadence is different between guys, and it's different between every guy. So you're trying to time it up better. And look, anytime you can get off a little bit quicker, like it's just more of an advantage for you. So I struggled a little bit with that in Minnesota, but I think throughout the week of practice we really ironed it out, and guys felt confident going into the game with him with his cadence and whatnot.
It's important because like I was even watching the film last night. You see Crosby a couple times, like he is moving before the ball is off the ground.
For sure.
But it's such a good jump that it's not offside.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just, some guys are really good at that.
Yeah, he's really good, man. I think I don't know like where he ranks in terms of media-wise of rushers, but like when you watch him on film, man, like talk about a dude that can like both run and pass like just as good. He's really, really good, man. Really, really good. And I thought we did a good job of handling him yesterday. I know he got one sack, but I think overall we did handle him pretty well.
Does he talk?
Max?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks. He likes to talk. He's got nonstop energy. It's crazy. He's out there every snap, and it's nonstop energy the whole time. So really, and you see that on tape too. It's really impressive. Like even when it's late in the drives and stuff, like he's still got that same energy going. Hell of a player.
There's certain people that just have that, the energy, dude.
It's nonstop.
He's like if Braggs was a football player.
Actually, you're kind of you're actually intermittent energy. Let's be honest. You're terrible in the morning. Dude wakes up. He sounds awful tired. It's like it's 8:30.
We breaking my energy.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
I mean, you're what?
You were part of this team.
70% hit rate on showing up to our morning meetings.
It's just.
Oh,
I mean,
I missed
That's
one
not
morning
fair.
meeting.
Yeah, that's
Here
not
we
fair.
go.
it's a bad job.
Dang.
95.
Who's
I run
first?
these tailgates. I get up at 4 a.m. for every one of these Bears tailgates. Rise and shine. I'm at the tailgate lot before the sun.
Right,
rises.
but you're dead on the
That's
show.
commitment, man. That's commitment. That's commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then after the show,
But he's got no juice later in the
No
day.
juice later.
No
He gets
juice.
up at 4.
Is that true?
It's a little true. Who is? Maybe we know the answers, but I'll ask anyway. Who's the first guy there in the building with energy, consistent Bear? Does anybody jump out at that one?
Just like consistent energy in the building.
Always on his whatever. He's always doing his lift. He's always getting his recovery. So he's always chirping in the room.
Yeah, I mean, Jaquan's pretty chirpy, I'll say, in the locker room and on the field. So he's got some good energy. DeMarcus Walker is up there for sure. He's funny, man.
You could hear him at camp right away.
He
You're
is
like, okay.
funny. I like to like in camp I'd hype him up for like no reason, and like he'd get a sack when we had no pads on, and he'd be flexing and all this stuff, and it'd be a 2-minute drill. But hey, but the ball is being snapped, like you're offsides, and he's still doing his like his dance or whatever. It's like, bro, we are not in pads today. But he's got crazy energy, and it definitely it leaks to all the other guys, which is always a good thing.
I forget. Did you overlap with Josh Bellamy, or was he already
No.
gone by the time?
No, I did
Because that
not.
guy was like,
Ezo.
he was just. It didn't matter what day of the week it was
Juice
or
all the
how many
time.
losses the Bears had. Like he was just in the locker room, just like, it's like, do you ever stop talking?
Yeah, that's how I feel like Tariq was like that too. Cohen was just like nonstop, like Energizer Bunny the whole time. Like whenever he was out there, just go. And that's cool to have. Like when you got that.
Where does Jalen fall in this equation? Because he's wearing orange sleeves. He's making it rain. He's doing all sorts of stuff going on here with 33.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's Jalen. Jalen's always, I think he's always got a chip on his shoulder when he's out there, whether it's in practice or on the football field, and you can definitely see that and feel that. And he's got a swagger and self-confidence to him that I think is pretty evident. And I mean, he's a hell of a corner, obviously. And I think we saw that yesterday or the other day.
And the presence of
that's-
mind to know to wait to take your helmet off until you're off the field. Because he was ready to take it off in the end
I'm still
zone,
surprised
and
he
then
didn't get a
looked-
flag.
Well,
for
I
that.
still think that's a penalty.
I
though.
do too. Yeah,
You're supposed to be on your
I
sideline.
think you have to be on your
That's
sideline.
what I thought,
Because
too.
DJ Moore got flagged for that last year.
That's
in
what
Carolina.
I thought, too.
Yeah.
But he, looked down, so I thought maybe they changed the rule.
They've
about
been a
this.
little
Yeah.
inconsistent on that. Like sometimes they're letting guys.
Like I do wonder if he gets a letter for that. Like
Yeah, I don't-
in hindsight, I don't know.
If you get fined for that though, that's so stupid. Like
Let's have some
Hey,
fun.
they fine you for some crazy stuff.
I know,
They'll
it's
fine you for some crazy
it's
stuff.
like, you have the wrong color socks. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got a letter You guys remember that Saints game, the playoff game?
Yeah.
When I got it was a personal foul they called. I caught a flat. It was like a 2-yard route. I caught it. Malcolm Jenkins tackled me. We were chirping, but it was just like friendly chirp, like nothing. And this was the year they were really emphasizing the taunting
stuff,
thing.
Yeah.
So I threw the ball, but I was throwing it to the ref. But the
I do
judge
remember
from
this now.
behind thought I was throwing it at Malcolm Jenkins.
Right.
So then they flagged me,
Oh,
and then we're out of field goal range. And that was actually a big part of the game.
I do remember that now.
Because it was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
closer game. It was like low scoring, and like that was a early and big part of the game.
You probably
yeah.
got flack on social media for that too.
No, actually,
Yeah.
At the time.
No, I meant
what I did is I blamed Nagy. I was like, this is your
well,
fault.
I was getting yelled at on the sideline, like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't be doing that in the playoff." And I'm like, I didn't do it. I don't think that was on me. I think that it was on somebody else.
You were probably confused. If
I
you
was
really
so
throwing it to the ref,
confused.
you're like,
And
what
then-
did I do?
And then at halftime, I think it was, or maybe it was even after the game, they're like, "I cannot believe they called that. That is insane."
So wait, are you saying you got a letter and you got fined for it too?
Well, I got a letter initially, like, because that was a personal foul, like
Yeah.
get fined, but it got.
You're able to appeal
Yeah,
that and be
appeal
like,
it. It was a really easy appeal. Like it got thrown out right away.
Yeah,
but it
because
was.
I would hope they would look at that and understand.
Yeah, it was
that.
pretty. Like, it was like, oh dang, like
Have you guys noticed that adjustment? Because the taunting thing has slowly gone away.
there's always what they say, and like what I've noticed for my 4th year, there's always an emphasis at the start of the year on a certain call,
Yeah.
and like that's what they drive home. So like whether it's
Just to temper it.
whether it's like roughing the passer, or it's or a certain thing in PI calls, or it's the taunt. Like the taunting was all of a sudden was just a huge deal that one year, and all of a sudden you're seeing all these taunting calls, like the Steelers game with.
Oh my God, that
like,
was with Cassius Marsh.
That was insane. I mean, that was insane.
I was the one that did the interview with the ref after that game.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What did they say?
And
What did they?
Because my whole thing was like, why did you not throw the flag until you bumped into him?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's like, oh, well, he looked at the sideline, the Steelers sideline, and that's why I called the flag.
Right.
Or that's why I threw. But I'm like, you didn't throw it until you bumped into him.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, it looks like you hip checked him too.
Yeah, right.
Do you remember that?
Right.
Like,
yeah, like we'll joke on the sideline, like when we see something like, oh, taunting, gotta throw the flag, but they're not. They don't do that anymore. I mean, literally, Andy Dalton, one game convinced the ref to throw. He's like, that's taunting, and like they threw the flag.
Wow.
Yeah, like
I'm glad they got.
Yeah, they kind of settled down. Like, but you notice they haven't come out and said
No, because there was a
settled down.
discussion point after the 21 season going into last year where, like, actually at the owners' meetings and stuff, they're like, we got to get rid of this. We got to get rid of it. And, like, John Mara, the owner of the Giants, was the one leading this, leading that he wanted to keep it in. And at the end, they are like, no, we're not going to adjust the rule. This is the rule. But then quietly they stopped calling it as much.
They're definitely telling them, like, not to, be looking for it. They were looking for it that year, and if you're looking for it, you're going to find it all the time.
I'm okay calling obvious taunting, but, like, you're playing football. Like, you should
No,
be
I know,
able to,
yeah. And I think fans like that, like the banter back and forth, so.
To me, it's like, look, if you're gonna pile drive somebody and then stand over them,
Yeah, for sure.
different than
Yeah.
like,
making a tackle, getting up, chirping
like-
at somebody.
like
Scottie
Come on, man.
Pippen over Ewing.
Yeah.
that would be a penalty, but that was awesome. that was freaking awesome.
Hey, quickly, I want to tell you about. I have a question on Jalen Johnson here coming up, but first, we got to tell you about Ollie Pop, a new kind of soda. Think about Ollie Pop is it takes care of your gut health at the same time. 2 out of 3 Americans say they suffer from digestive issues, and 95% of Americans don't get the daily recommended amount of fiber. Well, Ollie Pop is tackling both of those issues with a drink that tastes just like pop. One way to fix your gut is with fiber. Prebiotic fiber is the food source for the beneficial probiotic bacteria in your gut, and Ollie Pop has 9 grams of prebiotics in every can. 90% of Americans consume more than the USDA's daily recommended added sugar intake, and sweetened beverages like Pop are the leading source of added sugars in the American diet. Ollie Pop is much, much lower in sugar than conventional sodas, with only 2.5 grams of sugar from natural sources, and it actually tastes like soda. Bunch of great flavors like vintage cola, root beer, orange squeeze, classic grape, strawberry, vanilla. They got a ton of them, and they're so confident you will love their products that they offer a 100% money-back guarantee for orders placed through their website. Use code CHGO20 for 20% off your next Olipop order at drinkolipop.com. Olipop can also be found in over 22,000 stores across the country, including Jewel, Walmart, Target, and Whole Foods.
That's right. And while you're drinking some Olipop, make sure you get yourself some Hero Bread.
Yes.
Let me tell you. Yes, Carm. Let me tell you about this Hero Bread. You're my hero, but I know you also drink or eat Hero Bread. This bread, it's very soft and fluffy. It's a good nutritional option to you too. High fiber and ultra low net carbs, zero sugar.
Is soft and fluffy on the read?
I was gonna say, or did you add that?
In the read.
Okay, just making sure.
But it is also soft and fluffy.
He's ad-libbing.
I just sounded like, because you eat like a 4-year-old. Like, so I thought that might be something that you would throw in there.
How do I eat like a? You know
Can
what?
you
Let
call
me
it?
get through
Can you call it scrumptious too? That's in the read too.
It is scrumptious.
It is scrumptious. I love Hero Bread. I just thought that was humorous.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna keep telling you guys about Hero Bread. You can get 10% off at hero.com. Hero makes sliced breads, buns, and tortillas that are available on hero.com and Amazon. Fewer calories than the leading national brand, 5 to 10 grams of protein per serving. So if you're someone like me, following your macros with the protein and the net carbs, this is a good option.
That's you, baby.
Is that funny, Cole? Is that funny to you?
So that's good. No, this is good. I like this. I like this.
Okay, we're all laughing about Greg's macros. Okay, right now, Hero Bread is offering the CHGO fam 10% off their first order. Just go to hero.com and use our code.
That's the thing. It's hero.co. C-O. When I heard you say hero.com, like, there's no way Hero Bread got hero.com. There's no way that had to be.
It's hero.co.
Hero.co. Well, I thought maybe it was a typo.
He was worried about his
I
macros.
thought it was a typo like 7 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's a website.
It's on the screen.
Typically, hero.co.
There you go. Keep going.
Hero.co. When you use CHGO, use 10% off if you go to hero.co. God, you guys are just ruining my life right now.
In his defense, the read is getting updated while he's doing it.
It really is. And it's making my life even harder. It is literally, Caitlin is our sales.
Just read the CTA and talk to Cole.
Changing as it goes.
As I'm talking,
That's
this
great.
is so hard.
Look at her.
I'm telling you, hero.co, Hero Bread is so good. Use the code. That's hero.co to save 10% today. That's all I got for
There you go.
Caitlin.
Nice.
I will do better going.
That was
job.
kind of fun, though.
You're fired.
The
That
same thing
was
was
it.
happening during my read.
That was
It's a
nice.
roller
Keeps you
coaster.
on your toes. It's like a prompter changing
ever
on
ask
you in
me
the
to do
middle.
that
All right.
Get your Jalen question because I want to ask some Bagent ones. Let's go.
Of course you do.
Let's get into the weeds here.
You want to ask a Bagent question?
I do.
No way.
Do you have a new song this week or no?
No, but there's a dude out there that's stealing.
He stole a song.
They stole Secret Bagent, man. I'm trying to get him on the show.
No, the whole
and
Secret Agent Man is just being ripped off across the country right now.
Dang.
And Carm deserves his.
You should get some residuals for that or something.
I guess strategized my life better. I should have trademarked it, and I'm just kind of upset that people with power are just trying to run me over it. But that's all right. Go ahead. I'll give you the next great idea too. It's coming to me.
Well, you know what I always say, Carm? They can copy your last move, but they can't copy your next move.
There you go.
Just remember that.
I have no
Until
idea.
they do.
That's a
Until
good
they
quote.
do.
Let's clip that.
Yeah,
Let's clip that.
I got you.
All right. Earlier we were talking about Max Crosby sort of maybe being underappreciated. I like how you put it, like in the media world.
Yeah.
But like when you guys are game planning,
it's different because we just watch tape. We don't care about like
Right.
stats necessarily because like we all can see a way a guy plays. Like it's like for example, if Max is getting double teamed and he's defeating double teams and maybe he's not getting like you can see the impact he has on a game.
So where I'm going with this is I feel the same way about Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson, I don't ever hear his name brought up like in the best corners across the country.
Yeah.
But like when you just see how teams attack him, or I should say don't attack him, because they
you
just
can see
avoid
the
him.
respect is there for sure.
Yeah.
I think when it comes down to like media wise, and I felt like this with like when Roquan was here and maybe he wasn't getting the all pro bids that he probably should have gotten. it just comes down. You got to win games. You know, I really believe that. Like, and if you're on a winning football team, like all of a sudden, I think your good players get exemplified even more because you're winning football games.
We went to Baltimore and got it right away, right?
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, that's why I think like first and foremost is like each individuals as the team. Like everyone wants to individually do well, you know, for their own career, but the best thing that everyone can do is just win football games. Because if you win football games, everyone's going to get paid. Everyone's going to get taken care of, whether it's going to be on this team or another team. Because people tend to pay for winners, and you can see that throughout the league. So, I think guys on our team, there's a lot of guys that I think are very underrated in terms of, you know, league-wide, how league-wide we get viewed in media-wise. But it just comes down to winning football games. I think when you win more football games, those guys are going to be talked about more for sure.
Well, speaking of winning football games, you guys are going for 3 out of 4 and 2 in a row this coming Sunday. And I'm going back to the post game. I thought it was one of the cooler moments that I've seen with Flus, where he's giving the game balls out. We don't normally get to see this. Mm-hmm. He gives one to Jalen. It was a sweet hug. And it was a great moment with Bagent and Foreman too. But the Bagent one, you know, he's giving everybody appreciation. But he's like, guys, we got a big one this week. Yeah. I'm like this dude is already moving ahead. I don't even know if he knew it was the starter. Period. Yeah. But his, like, I don't know, leadership. What would you say?
Yeah. No. I mean, you can tell he's comfortable in that quarterback role. You know, he's done that throughout college, and he has a lot of experience. You know, I guess he has the all-time record for most
yards and touchdowns
or whatever it was in NCAA history or whatever. I mean, I know it's D2, but like, that's something. That does mean something, and he has a lot of experience, and he definitely plays that quarterback role well, and you can see that. So
he believes in himself.
Yeah, I said he's got a lot of self-confidence. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
How about when he just scrambled early in the game and he's already going like
that was sick. My brother was like, dude, when he scrambled and he gave it was so hard. I'm like, that was sick. That was pretty cool.
There were a couple little things he did in that game though that just like, I don't know, this is very football-y of me, but like I appreciated the pump fake on that scramble. Mm-hmm. He carried out one of those boots with the ball on his hip. Mm-hmm. Like the fake on that was like
the one to Mercedes.
I think so. Yeah. Where he does the fake handoff, and then it's like the Aaron Rodgers ball on his hip, back hip, and just like it just
really smooth.
Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. It's just smooth is a good word. Yeah. Like he looks polished. He doesn't look like
like a rookie.
We've seen many backup quarterbacks in this town, not look like that. Like it's obvious like the kid can play.
Yeah, I think that's just a testament to how he practices, because like this is all stuff we've seen in practice. So like this is not anything out of the ordinary for us to see. It was just a matter of, you know, can he do it and apply it in the game setting, and he did. He operated super well. He's great in the huddle. He did a great job in the huddle. I think that's something that guys struggle with, you know, especially, but like I don't know if he huddled in college or not, but he was very comfortable in the huddle, giving the calls, cadences. Yeah, he knew what he was doing out there, and that was cool to see for a rookie.
So not to give anything away here, but like I think I saw a quote from you where saying like, you know, he's calling out the plays. It's not easy. Like there's like your a play is. I mean, how many words are in one play?
I mean, you can get 2 or 3 different plays though. In one play, like in one call. So I mean, that's a lot of words to say.
How do y'all keep that straight? I know you do it every day, but
I mean, this is his part of the play, and doesn't worry about the rest.
Well, for me, like unfortunately, like a receiver, all you got to hear is the concept.
Okay.
Like receivers don't care about the protection. Like they're just running their routes.
You guys don't know.
I got to know the formation, protection, route, and then the can to the run. I got to know the run, you know, and where the run's gonna hit. Like receivers, like you have like 2 or 3 sets of rules. Give or maybe a little bit more than that on the run game out wide, but you know, for me, you gotta know everything.
So what comes first in the order? Is it always the same order?
Formation. I mean, they could go motion, formation, motion, and then they'll give the protection call and then the concept.
The protection call and then the concept.
And so then when you guys are in no huddle, is it translated different? So
it's a little different. Like we have a couple of different mechanisms, whether it's just on the ball and we got one word names that we just know, boom, and we're on it. Right. Tyson or Justin, they can give singles. They can do it that way, and then they're just speaking to the line right in front of them for the protection calls.
Because I'd need the pictures like they have in college.
Yeah.
Like frosted flakes, you know.
You need the pictures.
I need the pictures.
Oh, you're talking about the big
signs.
Hold up
the big signs.
Yeah. The Big Lebowski, Frosted Flakes, whatever, Carm.
That's funny.
Not
doing all the.
Yeah, I was gonna say not to name any names, but do you have any teammates just like that who like needed the pictures? Like you would like they'd give the call in the huddle. And this dude's walking out and you're like you're gonna run a flag. You're gonna.
Yeah, well, there's always a couple of those on the team that you got to just take care of and make sure they know what they're doing.
Yeah, so. The huddle breaks and then you reiterate the route to them.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Like, hey man, you're blocking this guy, right?
Or you just double check. You're on the ball.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Last night, Aaron Rodgers was on the Manning cast, and I didn't know this. It was super interesting to me, but he was talking about how like when Nick Bosa would come out of a game, like they'd have a pre-plan, like so they're playing Nick Bosa, right? Mm-hmm. Bosa comes out, they had like 10 calls ready for that week for like, oh, Bosa's out, and like Rodgers could basically call any of those in that moment, then right there on the field, because they just want to take advantage of
him being out. Yeah. No, that's pretty common. I mean, us going like Max Crosby, he plays every play, so like he's like that's what's so impressive about him. But yeah, there's guys like Aaron Donald. Like when he's out of the game, you go hurry up so that they can't sub him back in, and you try and get as many plays off as you can with him out, not on the field. So that's definitely a thing for sure. And I mean, obviously when you got a guy like Aaron, he's probably just in his head, and he's got that Rolodex of 10 or whatever, and he's just doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, it sounded like he had the freedom to call
I mean,
whatever he wanted.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty sweet.
And then he was also like, and that's we would go deep.
Yeah, right. Because let it rip.
Like, I know I have the time to go deep.
Let it rip. Yeah. That's cool.
Yes, Braggs?
Yeah, I was just going to say it looked like, on the Foreman touchdown, just how exhilarated you were to, open that block up for him. Lucas Patrick also showing a lot of emotion after some of the big plays.
Lucas was fired up, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So how contagious did that feel in the moment?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, I go back to it. I think that type of play style is the play style that we need to be able to show week in and week out, and I think that we can do that. Look, I'm all for – I know people like to see 350 yards passing and all that stuff, but I just think when you're on the field and you can just dominate a team like that, you do it. And there's no reason to get all fancy with it. If you can run power and outside zone at a team, 20 to 30 times a game and they can't stop it, just keep it rolling. And I think the mentality showed. And then obviously with some of the pass plays, guys blocking downfield, all that stuff, that was really cool to see. And yeah, it was a lot. We had a lot of fun the other day, just playing football.
Looked
and
like
it
you
was
were demoralizing them.
Yeah, you could tell. And look, like I said, that team, I think they're very good, and they got some really good guys up front. You could tell their energy was low though, and there was a couple of drives there where you get the first down, and you could tell that they're getting tired, and then we'd get another like chunk run play after the first down, and you could just tell that they were beat up then, and you just keep going at them, and we just did a good job executing, take care of the football, and really simple stuff we did well at, and we just did it better than they did this past Sunday, and the scoreboard showed that.
They kept panning to the assistant coaches up top on the telecast, and
they didn't look happy.
You were demoralizing them.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny to
It's tough. I mean, because it wasn't like we were doing anything crazy. They knew what we were doing on plays, but at the end of the day, I think we were just more physical at the point of attack.
Right before the game started, you guys were 3.5-point favorite, or 3 basically all week, and right before the game started, it moved to like 1.5. So I don't know if people found out that the Raiders weren't, perhaps the Sharpies, they get information here, like maybe weren't quite ready to play.
That's a hard deal to go. That travel,
right.
Like you take that into account, so like that hey they're going to be a little tired, maybe a little jet lagged, and getting on our time, it's a little earlier of a start for them, so
Chicago Saturday night, maybe you guys still have complete focus.
Hey,
possible.
maybe.
And you guys are, these are 25. Which, speaking of, you're going to LA. You guys,
yes,
I mean, that's a thing.
It's a doozy of a trip. Going out there is great because you actually catch up on sleep. I feel like we get the day where you wake up at 7 or 6 in the morning and you feel like you got 10 hours of sleep, which is awesome.
Yeah.
The hard part is coming back, I think, and it's the following week is what's hard. Just
especially after a night game.
Night game, we get back at 6:30, 7 a.m. And it takes a couple of days to kind of get back on your body clock and all that stuff. So. I mean, obviously the travel out there you got to account for, but I think it's the following week and how you go about the following week is what's difficult.
I'm surprised teams after West Coast night games don't stay over.
Yeah, we did that.
I know there's like limited amount of time, but
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I would feel about that, honestly. We did it once when I was at school, actually. We played Navy in San Diego, and they just had us stay the night, and then we flew back the following day. And it worked out all right, but you kind of lose a day a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You kind of lose your whole day.
Yeah, I don't know if there's
answer.
any really good answer to it, honestly.
The good news is 70% of that stadium Sunday night will probably be Bears fans.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely will.
Yeah, they travel well.
Because even when you guys have played the Rams out there, it's 50-50 maybe, but there's just not as many Charger fans.
Yeah,
It's just
that
the
stadium's
reality.
sweet. Have you guys?
Yeah.
It's a cool stadium.
It's a good.
It's like a spaceship out there.
Yeah, it's cool when you walk into it.
Yeah.
That's what you guys are going to have on the lakefront when they knock this
In the
thing
lakefront.
Yes.
Oh my, you're still on that.
Yes.
You won't give it
You're
up.
not, you're,
You won't give it up.
you're not leaving. Do you know how many texts I got on Sunday, like how awesome it was to be in Soldier Field and why would we ever want to move? I got those texts for the record. It was a beautiful day out there. Come on, you don't want to. This is,
From who?
Yeah.
Do we have Cole on the record as far as what he wants to do?
I don't know if we,
Do we have you on the record?
What's my record on it? I'm gonna say I'm pro Arlington Heights / building your own stadium. That's what I'm pro.
But one
Because I just feel like I look at all these other stadiums, and I feel like this is nothing that they haven't said. Like there's some sick state of the art stadium. Like SoFi is unbelievable. I think Minnesota is my favorite place to play outside of Soldier.
I actually like that stadium more than SoFi.
It is unbelievable. Like I think that place is fantastic, and I know Kevin was part of that. Building it up over there. So, I'm kind of pro that. I know you want to stay in the lakefront, but like I think it'd be cool to have.
Yeah,
everything
if
you
it's
want.
a brand new stadium
How is
in
that going to
Chicago?
work, like politically?
If it
speaking?
could work.
That's
Like,
over.
Well, yeah,
Carm-
okay,
Carm
yeah.
handle the logistics.
Okay, yeah.
If it could
I'm gonna
work.
get Brandon.
Carm, everybody's in agreement that if they can build that stadium that
I
we're
agree,
talking about,
yeah.
the lakefront, that's fine.
Great.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
It's not that easy though. Like
it can't be that
there's
easy.
more to that.
It can't be that
Can
easy.
we
It
build
doesn't have to
some
be
kind of like island in Lake Michigan.
We don't need an island. We just need to knock down Soldier Field and build it back up. How hard is that? What's the problem? The city needs money. Sell the land to the Bears. Tax the Bears. Build your stadium. You own it. Everyone's happy.
Dude, we gotta get you. We should just get you a meeting set up with Kevin, and I'm sure it'll get all ironed out.
I'd love to talk to Kevin about it, and Brandon,
Other than
and the lawmakers.
There's not enough land.
What do you mean there's not enough land? There is a stadium there right now.
That's too small.
Way too small.
We'll build it a little bit bigger.
Then you have no parking.
Hold on.
Yeah, and no
And
easy
you're building
in,
it on
easy
top
out.
of Lakeshore
Yeah.
Drive.
Okay, great. We'll figure all that out. Let me ask you this: What do you have? What do they have in Minnesota when you go there that they don't have at Soldier Field? Not to dog your own stadium, but like what? Give me one like amenity that you would be sweet if you could just add that. How we'll do it like that. It'll be a little nice.
I mean, can I just say like everything? Like,
Nicer locker room.
yeah, the locker rooms are nice. I mean, I just think the architecture of the stadium's sweet. I don't love the turf aspect of it, but still a nice playing surface for what it is.
So you want to play on grass?
I prefer to play on grass. Yeah, I feel better the following day. I don't mind playing on turf, but you definitely feel it the next day.
So Eddie Jackson told me though that's, in his opinion, that's one of the better turf surfaces.
Minnesota. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So
yeah.
you're just saying you would prefer if it was grass.
Yeah,
Turf sucks.
But-
Grass is better. Let's go.
Sure, but he was
Yeah.
saying that of the stadiums that have
Yeah,
turf,
like
that's
there's
one
some
of the better
bad
ones.
turf. Like
Yeah.
New York, I think they might have. I don't know if they switched it.
They did.
That's
They did.
terrible.
update it
I mean,
this
it's
year.
terrible. It's terrible.
They updated it, and then Aaron Rodgers tore his Achilles.
I mean,
in the
yeah.
first like
This is
4
their-
plays of the season.
I mean, it's their career.
Yeah.
Can I play on something that's gonna
Yeah,
give me the
but
best
I will
chance?
say, I do think what people don't. There's some bad grass surface too, and I think you saw in the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know what was going
that
on
was
with the grass.
crazy,
Like,
yeah.
that's like guys shouldn't have to be wearing studs on grass in the Super Bowl in the indoor stadium in order to keep their feet. Like, so I don't know what happened with the grass there,
Yeah.
but like if that's the situation, I'd rather just play on turf if that's what the grass is doing. Like,
What's the
you're sliding
grass?
up.
What's the grass doing at Soldier right now?
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great. Yeah, since Flus switched it.
Bermuda.
Bermuda. Yeah, Bermuda.
I still can't get over that we had the worst grass here for like
Forever.
30 years, and all it took was one head coach to be like, "Hey, let's try this stuff."
Yeah, I didn't know that was like a thing. I was like, wait, why didn't anyone do this before?
Like, if the head coach could figure this out,
Yeah.
why couldn't? What?
We had a meeting though, Flus like introducing the Bermuda grass, and it was like a whole presentation about Bermuda grass, and it was like the funniest. Like I thought it was the funniest meeting just because like we're in a team meeting going over. I think it was like supposed to be a situation, whatever it was. It was near the end of camp or beginning of camp. And he's going over Bermuda grass and like how it grows. It was like, okay, this is a sweet meeting.
He was being super serious.
Yeah, it was a sweet meeting.
Was he like very proud of it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He goes, we're a fast team. We need Bermuda grass is fast. It's for fast athletes. And I'm like, cool. This is sweet.
All right, coach.
Yeah. And then of course, first game of the season is just downpour rain, and it's but yeah, it was cool. It was a cool meeting.
No stone unturned, Flus. Let's go. Let's go.
No.
He is that way though. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it that he
Yeah.
What'd
came
you
up
think of
with.
his fit on Sunday?
His fit. What was his fit?
Oh, he had
That's
that
like,
jacket.
That, like zip up with the like white stripes on the.
You know, I don't recall. Is there a photo? I don't recall what that was looking like.
We can try to find one.
Do you like the Flus slick back hair look? That's
Classy, man.
Yeah,
It's classy.
Yeah,
It's classy.
I like how since he started calling the defense though, he gets a little bit more disheveled during the game.
Yeah.
Like he's just
Yeah,
like
you can
sweating
tell. Well,
more.
and then
He's a little
like
bit,
when he's like yelling, like his hair starts to shake a little
Yeah.
bit. You're like, all right, he's in the
Did
mode
you
right
happen
now.
to come across the
in the
TikTok
mode.
or not the reel on Instagram of the guy yelling at the TV screen when you guys were down in Tampa?
No.
And the guy's like, "Hey, get the sweater off Flus. He's gonna die." it's great.
Internet's undefeated, man. Internet's undefeated.
that was funny because it was like 100 degrees down there on the
Yeah.
field probably.
And he's wearing a sweater.
Yeah.
He had a hoodie on.
A hoodie on.
Oh yeah, this was a cool jacket. I was wondering where he got this thing.
Whoa, sorry, that's loud.
Oh boy.
Well, that's just me.
Good audio. Yeah, no, that is a sweet jacket. It is a sweet jacket.
All right. While he's figuring that out, I am going to tell you about Circa. Circa Sportsbook, new partner of ours here at CHGO, and they pride themselves on having tight money line splits. The low hold model games will strive to be at a minus 110 split on the Circa Sports menu. Unlike other sportsbooks, they use like minus 115, minus 20. Basically, they're taking more of your money just to place a bet. Circa Sports keeps as little money as possible on large market bets like futures, golf tournaments, especially compared to other books. They have high app limits, they're transparent, and they do not limit players based on their winnings. Every player has the same limits, unlike other books who do limit winning players. Their customer service is unmatched. There's real people behind the Circa Sports brand who resolve issues in a timely fashion, unlike other books who use those lovely chat bots. All aspects of the app are being run by the same team that runs the main Circa Sportsbook at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, which is an awesome place. Download the Circa Sports Illinois app at circasports.com/Illinois-app to sign up today. Also be on the lookout for Circa events, watch parties, and tailgates. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER, text GAMB to 833-234, or visit areyourreallywinning.com.
And when you're going to a game or a concert or any event where you need tickets, download the Game Time app. You shouldn't be able to, don't be worrying about getting tickets. And I'm looking right now, by the way, Bulls home opener tomorrow.
Let's go.
You can go lower level corner for about $130, which is, way under face, which is solid. By the way, probably be less by Game Time. And you can go up top. They've got a new feature on Game Time. They'll put you in like 4 different sections. They don't give you the exact seat, but it gives you the lowest price. It's 20% off. I think it's a real sweet thing on the app. I'm going to look at what prices are to go out to L.A., by the way, for a little Bears on Sunday too, because, let's go. People are going to be out there. Right now, seriously, Hoge.
Yeah.
Bears, Chargers.
Oh, yeah.
Cheapest ticket to get in, $40.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on. Up top 552.
What a great spot.
I mean, sir,
You can see everything.
you
get
can
the aerial
see
view.
look at that view. It gives you the whole,
You can see all the concepts forming. I mean, that's a good view.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, no bad seat.
There's something about that stadium, too, when you walk in it. You, like, walk in on ground level, but it's built down into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you come in and you think you're, like, on
That-
the ground level, but you look, all of a sudden you look down and you're, like, on the 4th or 5th level of the stadium.
Yep.
Really, it's kind of a weird
That's how
mind.
Michigan's
Yeah.
football stadium is. Big House and Iowa's basketball stadium.
You're gonna be hard pressed to get a better price for an NFL game than that. So anyway,
All right, I'll fly out for the game.
yeah. Hey, download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO. You know what we do for you? We give you $20 off your first purchase. So sometimes, depending on the game, that could actually make your purchase free. Terms do apply. Again, create an account, redeem the code CHGO, $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. Get it done.
All right, we got about 10 minutes left here with Cole today on this Tuesday, Victory Tuesday. Let's get some super chats here up on the screen.
You should read Cole Hampson 85.
It's
Cole.
a weird one.
It's a weird one.
Bring him up.
Let's not do this. Okay.
Let's see what we got.
It's actually for me to read, which is
Picked
weird.
a good
Then why don't you
for
read it?
Cole?
Yeah, let's hear
All
it.
right, I'll read it. When you get a letter from the NFL explaining missed calls, this is from Cole is Handsome. Does the team share that with you? Does your sweat smell like expensive cologne? Carm, what does Cole smell like? I haven't gotten a good whiff today, but Cole smells great. He's Cole Kmet, damn it. Come on.
Okay, here we go. Wow. Okay, so the letter deal. Yeah, usually we'll get a report. Like they'll look at the film and they'll say whether or not it should have been called. They'll kind of review it, so you kind of know. All right, am I good to do that again, or is that illegal? So yeah, they'll let you know usually the following day. And the team will share that with us, but you guys don't get to see that publicly. Does my sweat smell like expensive cologne? I guess Carm answered that. So
Fantastic. Outstanding.
Thank you, Carm.
That's why I get to this seat every week. Hey,
Thank you.
Who smells the best on the Bears?
who wears the most cologne after a game? Who gives a good spray?
Who smell? Oh, DJ.
Yeah?
Yeah,
DJ does it?
I was trying not to be weird, but like he came out to practice, and I was like, "Damn, you smell really good right now."
Wait, hey,
Yeah.
if you're
I mean-
DJ and you're that smooth, right?
Hey, yeah, you gotta smell it like that. Yeah, so that was nice. That was nice.
You know what Cub used to go in your era of loving Cub baseball that would spray himself 1,000 times over after a game? Boom, boom.
Who's that?
Alfonso.
Oh,
Soriano was
nice.
a big cologne guy.
You can always
Nice.
tell what level of football you're covering or around based on how the locker room smells. Like, by the time you get to the NFL, like, it just smells like a normal room, I feel like. It's fine.
Yeah, good ventilation.
Yeah.
People are cleaning themselves
These
after
high school
themselves.
locker rooms, my God.
Oh,
I'm like, do you
brutal.
guys ever shower?
Brutal.
Ever?
I've
It's
heard
brutal.
the hockey locker.
Oh,
rooms
hockey,
are
even
Oh,
at the
I can't
NHL level.
imagine
There's nothing
hockey.
you can do about hockey. Even at the
Yeah.
NHL level,
Yeah.
it's
pads
horrible.
and all that,
Yeah.
It's just, that's what it is. Kevin Carlson here, $10.
2 in a row for him.
Okay, Chargers like to give up tight end touchdowns. Big Kmet game here. Looks like 6 catches, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's calling it. Bears
Wow.
34, Chargers 27.
That'd be sweet. Sunday Night Football. That'd be awesome. But you know me. However we can get it done, let's do it. But yeah, I like that. That'd be sweet. That'd be a fun night.
$10 here again from Kevin. I have a problem with gambling on football.
Oh,
At
no.
least there is some help for that. I have a bigger problem with the super chats. Where is my help on this? Always saying he has a super chat addiction.
Yeah.
I got it.
Just keep it $10, Kevin. Don't go over
Yeah.
the top.
Keep
You're
your
good.
denominations where they should be.
No, Kevin, $100 super chat.
Let it rip. Let it rip.
His dog's adorable.
Let it
We
rip.
appreciate the support either way. All right. What else we got here?
Well, Total Malarkey was talking about turf.
Oh, can't beat Lambeau though.
How
Let's
was the
be
turf at
honest.
Lambeau?
I actually don't think it's that bad. Yeah, it's really not that bad. Later in the season, obviously, when it freezes over, it sucks. But that's any service you plan when it's super cold. But I don't think theirs is that bad at all.
They have like a weird synthetic.
Yeah, it's a hybrid between grass and turf.
Would you rather play in 2 degrees or 95 degrees?
2 degrees
2
all
degrees.
day.
All day.
All day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. That heat, I can't stand the heat. I can go all day in 2-degree weather.
No sleeves.
No sleeves. Can't.
Just run
Well,
right-
it's more so.
Midwest kid.
Yeah, it's more so like if you get the ball, you have better traction with your skin. Like if I had sleeves on, it gets a little more slick. So like I just you got to do it.
Because we talked to Javon Dexter last week, and he said he's never seen snow.
Dex is afraid of this
wow.
thing. You're going to have to talk to him.
Wow. Afraid of the snow or the cold?
I asked him, I'm like, you ready for what's coming? And the look of terror on his face, I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, we're in a evolving world situation here. It ain't as cold. When I was 10, it was freezing in December. Now it could be, we're getting 70 degrees this week.
Yeah.
But I think you got to.
When you were 10, my parents actually just brought over this old leaflet they found from the tribute from the 1967 blizzard. You remember that?
I do very well. I was 25 at that point. Yeah. I loved the 60s. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
Esteban here, $5. Is the guy with the trophy behind him, whose name I don't know, a me guy or a we guy? Maybe
this guy's trolling you.
Yeah,
it's a straight troll.
Maybe some me guy statements about Fields being a great teammate. That was the conversation yesterday.
Justin is a great teammate, is he not?
He's a great teammate. One of the best.
By the way, that trophy is Carm's trophy from softball, and you don't win the softball championship without being a we guy.
Right.
Well,
Or
yes.
maybe you had a whole team of me guys.
I went out and got a bunch of me guys and said to the we guys that didn't have much talent that we don't need any of you we guys. Let me go get the me guys and let's win this thing. I thought it was a great strategy.
Well, you got the championship, so okay.
I was hanging out with the runner-up over the weekend at a wedding.
Oh, Shane?
Shane, yeah.
I saw Shane was at that wedding.
Shane was at Kevin Powell's wedding over at WGN. I just reminded him that, we've got the crown and you don't.
Tell him to hold that L.
I said, look, it's 3 years for you in runner-up room. We've been to the finals once and we won it
everybody in the media getting married. Cam Ellis got married at Red
We're all
Rock.
getting married.
Who gets married at Red Rocks, by the way?
pretty sweet.
I saw that. I was like, that's unbelievable. How do you book Red
We were
Rocks?
Twitter
that's-
friends.
that's gotta be
man.
hard.
I didn't
That's
get
gotta be
it.
hard.
We got to
booking.
work around like Eric Church and
Yeah,
Bruce
right.
Springsteen and
pretty cool,
Bill Burr, and then Cam Ellis's wedding.
Bill Burr.
Keep going because I got one more for Cole.
Okay,
before we
Colby
get out of
Lanier, I'm assuming that is $4.99. Always good critique after a win, but can we get more RPO play action pass going forward? The offense always humming when we lean into it more. There was RPOs in that game.
Yeah. Kobe's getting a little picky about how we're winning football games here.
Hey, this is a nice problem to have.
Yeah. Let's not get too greedy here. We'll take it how it goes. But yeah, I mean,
As long as they work.
But yeah, right, exactly. Just like exactly. Kobe, I'll talk to Luke, and we'll see if we can get more of these RPO play action plays going for you.
This isn't a picky question, but I do have a curiosity question for Luke Getsy. You can give him a heads up for his presser on Thursday.
Okay.
I just want to know why there's more tosses with Bagent than with Fields.
That was interesting.
Instead of handoffs. It seemed like you guys went to the toss game more. That's all. I don't know the answer. That's why I
You
was.
shouldn't have given him the heads up. Like, you got to come.
It's
at
not a trick
Getsy.
question. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
It's not a criticism.
No.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
There
I don't
was
know if
more
I have an
toss.
answer for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really have an answer for that either.
Speaking of Bears I like, Darrington Evans is a good dude. I'm a fan.
Yeah, great dude. Yeah, he's a good people.
Yeah.
Callum Anderson, 5 pounds sterling from across the pond. Great game on Sunday. Props to the boys and CHGO for the great game experience.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was at the tailgate.
Yep.
That's Callum,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we met
Yes,
Cal.
sir. That's
He
Callum.
came all the way
It
from
says
Scotland,
everything.
was at our tailgate, went to the game.
We're getting global here.
Dude, you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
have
we've
fans
had-
everywhere.
That's
Had
awesome.
Australia represented, Brazil, Mexico.
awesome.
Yep. London.
And these guys all come to the tailgates. It's awesome.
Heck yeah. That's great.
It's pretty cool.
It is amazing. They love you everywhere.
That's
Really.
awesome. We're getting
Bears.
global here.
2 more Eli Stein, $4.99. Tell Cole to win one for us, and I would like Bears win before I have to go back to the reserve.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's get it done.
Thank
Sunday
you.
Night Football.
Stay safe, Eli.
Was that our guy? That was our guy in Israel.
That's our guy
He's
in
actually
Israel.
literally going into the war.
Yes.
Dang.
Crazy world.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Austin, $4.99. What do I got to do to get an autograph from you Sunday?
You got to scream my name so loud that I can't ignore you. That's
You all right, Austin? I'll give you the advice. Maybe
Uncrustables.
you'll catch Cole. You got to come in right when the stadium opens. You can't go tailgating all the way till noon.
right.
Come right in when the stadium opens. They're out there warming up. And then you go down by the tunnel that they go in, and you yell out CHGO. And if Cole doesn't say
Right.
hi, you report back.
And
to
I will
me.
I will tell you, if you do have my jersey and you're hanging it, I will make a point to go to you to sign the jersey.
There you go.
That's a key for all the
the
fans.
stadium. Go down by the tunnel.
Is Austin in L.A., though? Is he talking about going to the game?
Oh, this
I
is
mean,
in
that
LA.
does sound like it.
He
Yeah,
might
I
be in
don't know.
L.A.
I'm sorry.
I
Do
don't
it in
know.
LA. And if they don't let you down by the tunnel, report back to me.
You're going to take over so
Just
far?
always act like you're supposed to be there, Austin. That's the trick. You see some usher don't look at him. Just walk right past him.
That's right.
Don't get me started on ushers.
I know.
Wrigley Field ushers are the worst.
Yeah, they're tough.
I used to be one, and I quit after a month and a half.
Really?
I couldn't stand the rules. I'm getting yelled at because I'm letting these guys go down. Yeah, go down in the 5th row. The seat's open. Who cares?
Right.
It's literally your job to keep
Yeah.
But that shouldn't be the job. You
That
should
is
be able
the
to.
Yeah, it's
job.
cruel.
No, you should help people. You should help them find their seats. You don't have to be a police officer. You're not allowed to sit there.
You're more of a bad guy.
If somebody's in their
That's
seats,
nice. Yeah, I appreciate that. As
if somebody's in
someone
their
that
seats,
sneaks
then you're
in a
like,
lot of
yeah,
seats.
sorry, you can't sit here. Somebody else has this ticket. But if there's 10,000 people in the
When I was
stadium,
going to games at Soldier Field, I would, because I haven't been able to. Last year, I went to the San Francisco and Texans games. Those were the last 2 games I went to. So 2-0 since the last time. I
Oh,
went.
wow.
Yeah, just
Good
like
for you.
Yeah, I'm a good luck charm, but
Well, but I mean,
now we're here.
how's bragging camp going?
yeah,
It's
also-
going great.
Also,
It's going great.
maybe you shouldn't have come over to the side.
No, I should have to drive all you guys crazy. But the thing I would do at Soldier Field was, whichever way the offense was going, I would just go to each end zone and just find a seat.
That's
both
awesome.
ways.
That's seat hopping. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
That's how it's supposed to be done. Hey, 1999, one more from Cole's Handsome 85. Who's the biggest prankster in the locker room? Do you have one?
I don't even know if we really have one, honestly. It's got the linemen do crazy stuff to each other, so. But I don't know if I can single
Lucas
anybody
Patrick
out.
seems suspicious.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a prank, but no one really out of the that I could really name specifically. So
Definitely not a prankster. Definitely not your role. I'm going to ask you anyway. I hear that Braxton Jones might be getting a little healthier. You seen any progress with the left tackle?
yeah, I don't know where the true status is, but I know he's definitely getting better and feeling better. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can get him back soon.
Luce kind of hinted yesterday he might
He did.
be back at practice. That was in his press conference. Mr. Cub, DB Swanson 7, $4.99. 12-5 will also get you a playoff spot.
Love this.
Chicago Bears
Thank you.
Super Bowl champs. Look forward to the home run swing in prime time. Bear down. CHGO equals great.
12-5 would be fantastic. I think we'd be sitting right where we would want to be at 12-5. That would be awesome.
That sounds
Again,
great.
That would be great.
But
That'd be a nice little.
If you come in studio every week, 12-5
that's
is
what it's
guaranteed.
gonna. Yeah.
I pointed out on the show yesterday, as some people were trying to be realistic. I'm like, look, the reality is they could finish 12-5. That's
It's a possibility.
That's the reality?
That's accurate math.
It's accurate math.
Okay. Reality's the
Lions
wrong
started
word.
1-6 last year, and they finished strong.
And I said you
Fell
guys are a
one
game ahead.
short of the playoffs.
Hey guys,
Exactly.
let's just take it 1 week at a time.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm
That's
sorry,
One
right.
week at a time.
I
1 week
always
at a
am
time.
looking ahead.
All right,
I know.
I got one more read I
have
got to do here
problems.
before we get out of here.
Okay.
Sunny side.
Total malarkey, $10. Even as a Packer fan, Pitts and Kmet are top 2. I always get them in Madden.
Nice.
There you
That's
go.
it.
There we go.
Cool. Very cool.
Hey, Sunnyside is your home for judgment-free cannabis shopping, a place where all kinds of visitors are welcome to explore, discover, purchase a wide array of high-quality products. They have everything you need to elevate your football season, no matter where you are in your cannabis journey. Easy online ordering, in-store pickup, great transparent loyalty program called Sunnyside Rewards. They have it all. They're Illinois' favorite dispensary. Their house of brands includes Mindy's, Good News, Cresco, High Supply, Florical, Wonder, Remedy. Through October 31st.
Do this.
Head to sunnyside.shop. Use code CHGO25 at checkout. They'll get 25% off your total order. There's one use per customer. That's not stackable with other promotions, but it's not only for new customers. Anyone can use that code, CHGO25. Pick up everything you need to elevate your football season. Must be 21 plus or an Illinois Med Card holder.
I've talked to many satisfied Sunnyside customers. It's one of our great partners, so check her out. $4.99 on the way out here from Eli. When the war is over, can I come meet you guys in Chicago? You aren't.
I'm not one of your favorite players. No, he meant.
You are.
Eli, you're welcome
I
here.
think we had a typo there, I'm guessing.
Yeah, come on over, my friend.
You said you had one more question. Did you forget it?
Yeah, I did forget it, but now I'm remembering it. My question was.
My question is,
Coming back.
when are you getting that chess piece that Bagent's? Are you going to get a matching chess piece?
Chess piece?
Yeah.
No. No.
That was quite a scene when I saw that in
Yeah.
that postgame.
This is at the end of the podcast, so people might not hear this. It's just me, you, and
Yeah, we're just
whatever.
me and you talking.
So, do you think the offense looks similar to what we saw this week, or do you think it opens up a little bit more now that it's his second start for Bagent?
That's a good question. I think it could have looked different on Sunday. Honestly, we went in. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like I thought I could have, like, based on the game plan, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a crap ton of balls thrown at me. It's funny how things work, and then like you get in the flow of the game, and you're like, okay, wait, we're beating them to a pulp. Like just keep running the ball, and he was doing the quick throws, and that's just what was working. So I think it kind of depends on how they play us a little bit. I think we're gonna want to go in the game running the rock, and I think that's gonna stay consistent, and hopefully that we can just pound them for 5 yards a carry, and that's the way it goes, and that'd be awesome. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'm sure they'll make adjustments based off the tape that Tyson's got and try some things at him. But I think all in all, the philosophy of it is going to probably stay primarily the same.
No pressure because you don't care.
Philosophy.
Yeah, philosophy.
The philosophy.
No pressure because you don't care. You're all about W's. But I'm just telling you right now, I am taking the over on Kmet yards, whatever it is this week. That's what I'm doing. I think you and Bagent are gonna have a moment.
Cool. I hope we just win.
I know.
I'm all about wins. I'm all about wins. Yeah, W's. That's all we're about. That's all we're about.
That's the teammates we're looking for.
Yep.
I love how no matter how many times I tell you players don't want to hear about fantasy and gambling.
Oh, I can't.
You still keep coming back to it.
I cannot stand. Okay, I do think if just to go on. I don't know if we have time, but
No,
we always got
just about fantasy. I think it ruins how people watch football.
Yeah.
Because like what I was saying to you, like I think it goes into the media perspective of like your production and stuff, but like you can tell when we can all tell on tape who's good and who's not and all that stuff. And yeah, I just think just because you don't put up crazy production numbers, like that's not necessarily your fault all the time. Maybe it's just how the game of the flow went, or like the situations, or whatever it is. But yeah, I think fantasy can kind of skew so I had no catches. Like I didn't have a bad game. It was actually one of my better block games I've had as a pro, I thought. And yeah, I think that's how we look at things. We look at things in pluses, minuses.
I was going to say it's going to be harder for tight ends too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
like,
well, and then I get, we get in situations too where if you got a premier rusher like we had, like we're gonna be giving chip help a lot to those guys. So that might take away from some of the routes you run, and but it's part of your job, and you do what you're told.
Yes.
I freaking love that you just said that. That's awesome. Congratulations. One of your best play. That's seriously.
Also take the over, right, Carman?
Yeah,
I mean,
but still hit.
But also, Carm's taking the over, and you better
he
get
needs
it.
He needs the yards. I need it.
Hey. I just think that my theory on it, just for the record, which is a stupid ass theory, and maybe now this last comment, I think I might just change my whole thing and just not live in that world because I'm going to mature as a football fan. But I feel like 17 feels bad that he didn't get you the football. Like he's going to be like, I am getting my guy.
Yeah, but like
he maybe he doesn't. Maybe he doesn't.
No, I mean. Look, I'm sure he does. I mean, for maybe a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to win the football game, and he was doing
Cole
everything.
did have one play where he came open.
Yeah,
I did, and he was almost there. So like, there's opportunity. That's why I'm never going to be a guy stressed about that stuff because it naturally happens, and I'm all for it. Like I kept telling Luke, like just keep running the ball at these guys. Like who cares? Just keep running the ball, and when you can do that, I think that's most important.
Hook Bagent up with an uncrustable at halftime.
Yeah.
Maybe that.
Yeah, just to get something going.
That's cool what you just said though. Like when he wants your input, like what's going on out there. Like
well, yeah, I think like when you got guys out there that the energy's flowing and you can feel like when we're out there feeling them and like you could feel them getting tired as the game was going. Just keep going at them, keep punching them in the mouth, and if they're not going to respond, just keep going.
And you're comfortable with your OC to tell them what you're seeing, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Now, all that being said, I'm still mad at Kevin O'Connell for running the ball on 3rd and 7 at the end of the game last night instead of throwing it to Jordan Addison one more time. We're now 1-6 on the fantasy season.
Oh, no.
I survived.
Brutal year.
Okay, no one cares.
Excellent point.
I know.
Excellent point.
I know.
$1.99 from Eli. He says, yes, you are one of my favorite players. Autocorrect.
Let's go.
We got you, Eli.
Thanks,
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone watching today. Fun show.
Not the best coming. Come on, let's go. Thank you so much.
We got some stuff coming up on social media too. Speaking of,
it's out there.
Swinging the bat. Oh, it's already out
It's
there.
out. It's out.
It's out.
There we go.
Kevin Carlson.
At CHGO _ we do literally have to go because there's other stuff here that needs the studio. $20. I'm a gambler. I love fantasy football. 100% agree, Kmet. As long as the Bears win, I'm happy as a Bears fan. Let's go.
Hey, me and you the same, man. Me and you the same.
I mean, your team winning should always be the thing you care about the most on Sundays. I hope that's the case. Not your fantasy team, your football team that you root for. and then your fantasy team. All right. Check out @CHGO_Bears for more content. And we're back tomorrow, noon. Brian Baldinger here, as always, Wednesdays at noon.
Baldy.
And, the live watch party Sunday night at Fireplace Inn. Want to make sure I snuck that in there, too. Make sure you hang out with us Sunday night while Cole's in L.A., beating the Chargers. We'll be hanging out at Fireplace Inn on Wells, watching the game, and hopefully doing our shows from there as well. We'll keep you posted on all the details. See you tomorrow.
We all silly like the mayor.